Happy Easter, guys. Hope you're all having a good Easter. Just wanted to say Happy Easter. Bit of a different Easter for everybody, being in isolation, being locked in the house, only going out for essentials. And lucky for me and you, exercise is essential. So I did get my exercise in over the weekend, which I'm sure you all got some training in and some good sessions running, doing a bit of strength work at home, doing some core work, doing some bike riding maybe, spending some time with the family and kids. I'm sure they had a bit of an Easter hunt this morning and have been eating lots of these little bunnies, so thank you for the present, Vlad and Shez. I will enjoy bit by bit, but the important question is, do you start at the ears or the bottom? What's everyone's favourite? Bite down on the ears and see how they go. But so that's pretty much been my Easter, guys. Been using Zoom to communicate with the family, so it's been good to have that connection. And I've been doing some videos, which you would have seen me post some Zoom videos on some stretching, some core stuff as well. But yeah, and I hope everyone's had some time to switch off and enjoy with their loved ones, obviously the ones they live with. But yeah, I hope you have used social media to connect with everybody and stay connected. It is important to use these technology that we have available. Like if this had happened 20, 30 years ago, wouldn't have been able to do this. So it's not the same as being connected with people face to face and being able to give someone a kiss and a cuddle and just to go for a walk with someone, etc. But some way of connection, get that connection in. So use what you can have available and just focus on what you can do. Especially for those people that do like to be more social and more connected. Social media can have its pitfalls as far as affecting in different issues in different ways, but it can be used in the right way, and if you're using it in the right way, you're gonna get a lot out of it. And yeah, it's not the same, but you still need to be connected. So using Strava, using Instagram, using Facebook, YouTube, Zoom, all those things that you can connect people, set yourself little challenges, just be connected as one and be together, and know that everyone's in the same boat, so you're not alone, and it's okay to have those lonely feelings and those feelings where you're feeling down and confronted with certain issues and going through hard times, because everybody's in the same boat. So it's not it's just normal. Accept it. Just let it process. I've had some bad days. The last week I've had some. I've been finding myself in some bad frame mind space, which is okay. It's normal. It's everyone's allowed to do it, and but you've got to just accept it, process it, just stop, think, and be okay with doing it, and then say, okay, well, what can I do to get myself out of this? What can I do now? What can I do this? And speaking with a few people, they're all going through the same things as well, but it's just processing it and tackling it on what you can do one step at a time. When you sort of look at things that are in a bulk, looking at 10 things or 5 things, they can be very overwhelming. But once you sort of break it down and just step by step process it, 90% of the things we worry about don't necessarily happen, and we get worked up on these things that affect us. But when you come out the other side, you go, oh, it didn't happen, and it's not that bad. Not talking to that person, not making that phone call, not doing that session at the Excel. You might look at, oh my God, I've got to do 10 400s, or I've got to run at this pace for a certain period of time, and you just break it down. Like Saturday morning's run, I was going to do 30k in the trails. I was going to go do a different location, but I thought it'd be better to stick closer to home, so I just went local trails. And I started, and I was like, I'll put some music on just to give myself a different outing to process the run, etc. And I wasn't feeling good at the start. I was like, I'll just run through, but then I just used the music to get myself going, and then I saw a few people on the trails, and I was like, all right, I'm going to challenge myself and do these climbs. I'm going to challenge myself and do that climb. And that's how I got through the run. I just picked it bit by bit, section by section, and challenged myself. And I did that this morning with my run. I knew I was going to run for 2 hours. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be doing my usual loop. What can I add in? And I thought, just to keep myself focused on pace, and so I was holding a nice consistent pace, I set my watch a little session to do, which wasn't really anything different to what I was going to be running, but it just gave me something to take my head off other things. So I was, okay, I've got this set, it goes for 10k, 2 sets on, 1 set off, 2 sets on, 1 set off, and just rotated through that, and it was a 2-hour session, and it was gone like that. Okay, it took time to warm up, use that as a way to break things down. And so you got to trick yourself, you got to use those little things, know what your triggers are and be aware of them, but also have those counterbalances to be able to break it down. Like same if it is like 10 400s. Okay, well, I'm going to aim for 5. Get to 5, and then generally you go, I'm feeling really good, I'll go to 10. But there are times when you are too stressed and you don't feel it, and when you're running and it's getting a little bit too much and you're not actually getting any benefit from it, then it might be a time to sort of, okay, well, I just need to chill, I just need to relax and be okay with cutting it short. But you also got to be aware of that, so you don't fall into the trap of using it continuously. So it is a balance, and you'll know what's true fatigue to what is mental fatigue, and just listening to your body. But it's normal, guys, and you just got to keep questioning the questions. You've got the bad wolf, and you've got the positive you, the angel, positive you. But the big bad wolf always sits there and is in that ear going, rest. Oh, you can't do that. Oh, someone else is better than you. Someone else is doing to that. Oh, that person's going to see you doing that, and they're going to look at you and judge you and say, oh, you can't do that. Listen to this one. Just keep battling that. Tell that, turn and say, shut that. I'm doing this. It's always going to be there, but the more you listen to the positive you and take those positive actions and keep moving forward, he quietens down, and he's always going to come up, but you can always just go flick. And the more you flick, the more this positive self is going to rise. Don't ask me why I use those shoulders, but it could be that one or that one, you never know. But the big bad wolf always going to rise his head, especially when you're tired and you're stressed. He's always going to get louder and louder and louder, and you just got to get used to squashing him. And the more you squash, the easier it is to get, because he's always coming around. And chill out. Have a positive splat for a positive attitude. See? Positive splat with a positive attitude. So I'm about to cook dinner. Gonna have a nice beer while I make dinner, and chill out. But thanks Sticks Brewery, positive splat. Really good drop. It's a ginger beer cross pale ale. So it's got a pale ale sort of taste to it, but with a bit of a ginger beer to it. But it actually tastes probably more beer than ginger, but it's a good drop, so I do recommend that. But yeah, this has been going long enough, guys. I just wanted to touch base, say happy Easter. Hope you're all doing well and stay safe, and hopefully we can run together soon, but we've got this for the time being, so use it. Thanks a lot, guys. Take care.